Hello. Hi,
Hello.
everyone. Oh, we changed places. I don't know
Places.
which
Yeah, that
is. What side do you like?
it doesn't matter. Yeah, we can flip if you like. We're okay.
Yeah, okay, we'll flip. And hello, everyone. Thank you for coming. Let me just flip here. Woo!
There we
I love
go.
the power,
Uh-huh.
and welcome to Aquarius. Welcome to the new Earth. Welcome to the new Democrat. I'm just thrilled. I want to talk about that. But first, those
Yes.
of you, I'm sure people know. Hello, Sherry. Voices
Hey,
from the Shroud.
Sherry.
Kay, hello. Heart centered tarot, hello. Where are you? It's a new person I don't know about. Fran, and then we've got Annie, Book Bewitched, Laura, Denise. Thank you. Butterflies are free. Boy, there's a lot of people here. Thank you for
Nice.
coming. Everybody,
Absolutely.
a lot of them from your channel. Thank you so much. If you'd be so kind as to give me a little
Yes.
subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Building up here. I got to tell you, we have our online presence and we have our offline presence. And I don't think we highlight our offline presence enough. So I do private readings. I have my soul profile service, half price, and I have a membership of all that stuff. But I want to highlight you, Marina.
Aw,
And tell
thank
us how we can get a hold of you and what you offer.
Well, besides being here on YouTube, yes, I do private readings. Whether they are single or I've even done a couple group readings where it kind of seems to be the thing that people are looking as alternatives to the traditional bachelorette party.
Wonderful.
Is the tarot reading. So it's I can usually go anywhere from 3 to 5 hours, and the readings are private, obviously. And they're generally half an hour, 40 minutes, depending. And I will give the whoever is hosting it, I will give them kind of a group rate, and then everybody just pays the hostess back.
Oh, that's cool. And that's on site, or do you do that over Zoom and do breakout room?
No, those I will generally do on site because that's part of the fun, right?
I did events as well.
So. Thank you guys commenting on my hair. Thank you very much.
Very nice.
I am dying of the heat over here. So anything that can be not touching my skin, I'm okay with. But thank you very much.
And I'm under AC. Hate to say. Marina, love the hair. Yeah, there you go.
Thank you. So and other than to do readings that are obviously not in my local area that I can't get to, you can certainly book readings online, and that's on my website, which is, here we go, marinasheartcenteredtarot.com. You can go under the services, you can see what's available, you can book a service from there. It'll give you some options, calendar options for when you can book and so on. Very easy, very simple. PayPal, credit card, whatever. And also you can look up the courses that I offer and sign up for the courses.
Awesome.
Website as well.
So you teach tarot? Do you teach mediumship? What do you teach?
No, it's I don't know that I'm good enough to teach any of those things yet. But
we'll have to talk later. We'll have to talk later.
I have a ongoing course. It begins on the 1st of every month. It's called Achieving Union. It's a 30-day course, and it's designed. You get a video from me every day. It's 5, maybe 10 minutes, and in the video, I give you some exercises to do that day. And the idea is that after 30 days, you're going to have a much closer union with spirit. You're going to um, you're going to be able to learn when spirit is talking to you versus just outside noise,
Right.
or when the ego gets in the way and so on. So that one is a 30-day, and it's very much self-directed. You decide when you want to watch that video. You decide when you want to do the little exercises. So it's on your schedule, not mine.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so you can kind of fit it in wherever. There's also Change the Track, and that's a 2-hour class, and that one is designed to help you recognize the sort of default tracks that are in your head that you go to in certain situations. And they may have served you at one point, they don't serve you anymore. So it's recognizing what those tapes are, the reasoning behind them, and then letting them go and replacing them with something more positive.
Nice.
So that one, I really enjoy that one, because we don't realize until we start kind of digging deep that, like I like to give the example that when I was younger, my mother started telling me that long hair didn't suit me, that I should have short hair. And so she kept my hair short, and I kept my hair short for a good long time, until I was very, very much overdue for a haircut, and then the big C hit, and everything was shut down. And all of a sudden, my hair is long; it grows very fast. And I thought, wait a minute, just hold on. And then realizing and kind of going back and digging into it, I thought, okay, it wasn't that long hair didn't suit me. It was that long hair meant that my mother would have to braid it every day and do something with it every day. And she just got too busy, maybe didn't have the time. So rather than say, I don't have the time, it was long hair doesn't suit you. That was a message that I had to change.
Yeah. Wow. That is a mother's privilege, though.
Yes.
To going around, instead of saying, I don't have enough time for you, let's cut your hair short. And
Yes.
But I don't like the fact that she said it didn't suit you.
Yes.
Right, because that means there's a, I don't know, you know how that works.
It was a judgment that went along with it, and it was,
Yeah.
anytime
So
that I thought about it, I would go, no, it doesn't suit me. Why do I want to go to all that? But anyway, yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
So look at Chris says, this is for you. Yes, you look like you're ready for an elegant cocktail party. So you're calm, cool, collected on TV.
Lovely. Thank you, Chris.
And we've got Sherry saying she's more than ready to teach in class.
Thank you, Sherry.
That's so nice. I had I don't know how, I haven't spoke this out loud. I just heard it from a dear friend and student this over the weekend. And I don't know how it's going to come out, but it was this. He is one of the best tarot readers I've ever had in class. I mean, and I've had some beautiful, successful, really good, successful students that aren't making their living as advisors. And I've often wondered why. And what Randy said was, I just can't go online and do that because I want to read like you. I want to read the tarot, know it so well that I know it like you. And and he says, and I'm tired of wanting to be someone else. And I still just brings tears to my eyes. And that was the highest compliment I have ever had in my life. But I highly recommend people do read their way, because if you try and read my way, then you're not serving your client that comes to you, because we're magnets for people who need us. And
Yes.
but we that really hit me. And so I think you know more than you than you think you know. And it sounds like you're doing wonderful.
Oh yeah, I really enjoy it, and I am. Oh, thank you, book. Yeah, thank you.
Changed your life when your sessions, the spiritual connection, changing lives.
Yeah,
that's wonderful.
Yeah, and that is honestly, that is where I shine, is sharing information and kind of being there and watching when people get it, when it finally resonates with them, and the look on their face, it's like, yes, okay.
It's like finally getting permission to skip class and say, okay, let me go out into the world and see how I can do it with my best guesses. I think that's great. Yes. I've always delighted in that.
And yeah, you're absolutely right. It's like anything else. It's like going through a cookbook, and the first couple times that you do a recipe, you follow the instructions, and then all of a sudden you get the feeling that, okay, I wonder what would happen if I add a little bit of this. What if I change a little bit of that? And then you make that recipe your own.
Right.
You start off with the basics, but then you make it your own. Exactly. And that's what tarot reading and being a spiritual advisor or anything else, that's what it should be, is we share our experience with you, but please don't anyone try to be me, because there's only one of me. and that's my job. My job is to be the best you can be.
I do that too when I have memberships for learning tarot and the numbers, and we'll discuss certain combinations, and then I'd ask my members, who does this describe for you in your life? Is it Uncle Jerry that gets drunk, or is it the tenacity of your father? What can you put on that card or number that's going to make it your friend? And that's when you see the story right away, when you're able to have a personal relationship with them.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's right.
Exactly.
So, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, you also do readings and whatnot outside of the YouTube.
Yeah, I do. So,
what does your practice look like?
So as you can see, I'm in space right now because I do Akashic work. I don't usually say that online, but it is on my website. But I do a soul awareness service, which is really in depth, and it tells you what planet did you originate on. A lot of people don't feel like Earth is like, how'd I end up here? And so if you don't feel at home on Earth, I can tell you at least where you started out at, and then whether you're walk-in soul or mono soul, and then your gifts, because there's like one, maybe two things that you were born with that if you filter the outside information through those gifts, you manifest mad fast. So it's remarkable about that. And then I do a soul specialization, because there's just something you do that's just real good. But I believe we were only born for one reason, and that reason is to follow your fascination. And even if it's in the moment where you wonder the meaning of a word and you go to Google, or, I wonder what it's like to see from a drone's view, you can go to Google. The internet is amazing. And so you just click. So if anyone has, I really love to encourage and teach class about how people can express themselves to serve others, because we really need sound voices for others to come to. But when you move into those divine gifts, then, and those divine gifts are something that comes easy for you. Let's say there's someone that just is always neat, always organized. Okay. Well, their divine gift might be divine order. So if they're having trouble in their life, then it has to be because they're in situations that they don't feel in control of. So
Yeah.
let's fix our perspective on that. And then I got to tell you, once you figure that out and you know yourself at soul level, your life gets so cool.
Yeah.
It is such a good life. I have a perfect life. I mean, I've got my ups and downs and my ins and outs and all that stuff, but it's wonderful. There's something that book said. Let's see. Please don't talk her into teaching reading the tarot. Lots of folks teach tarot. Oh, okay. I won't talk to her. I'll quit talking.
And listening and connecting.
I'm not encouraging anybody to learn the tarot. I'm just expressing what I teach. And so I'm not going to encourage anybody unless they like my style, they like my perspective on life. And that's it's not a formal class, it's a membership.
Yeah.
And that's it. But
yeah,
that's who we are.
I understand what you're saying, Book. I really, really do. And I thank you. That's a huge compliment. Because I think what Book is saying, that what I'm offering is more than just teaching. And what I offer you, and I think Deborah does the same thing in a lot of ways, is we offer you the opportunity to learn what works for you, to learn how to put things together for you, so that it's it's not a case of just following the leader. Mm-hmm. Right? We can put up signposts along the way, but you will enjoy and learn much more of that journey if you figure it out yourself.
Right. Oh, wait. I've got a pro tarot tweet here. Nice. I love how you taught tarot on Alice's. I do like to say why things are, and yeah. Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Yes. Thanks, Sherry. Yes.
Yeah. So, what's
you,
this
Linda.
here? And for those who want to learn more about tarot, my book. Okay. Yes. Oh, Sherry. Thank you.
Yes. Good timing.
Good timing. Let me Decode Tarot is coming out on September 28th. And boy, are we going to kick off a good party on that day. And thank you for bringing it up. I'm looking forward to it.
And thank you, Linda. Linda Bertot is going to be on the 31st, is going to be back on my channel.
Oh, yay. Yes, she is. Hello, Linda. I'm glad. Yeah, she's a wonderful speaker and oracle for sure. Yeah. So I don't see, I've been looking at the chat and I don't see any questions. If you do have a question that political or personal, or, thank you, Sharon, for putting my book up there. I'll just kind of put it in here. It's on Amazon. Whoops. So we want, I want to talk about the politics because I couldn't be happier. I wanted, and so if you have a question, what I wanted to say, please type it in all capital letters. I'm not, it doesn't sound like you're yelling at all, but my eyes are a little older and I would like to not have to use my glasses. But I was outraged that the Democratic Party was getting on Joe Biden. And so I was really pushing back on that. because I thought, oh, all these people are giving airspace and good, what do you call it, campaign ad
Mhm.
material for Trump. But when the
Yeah.
decision was made and he made the announcement, Lupe, who we have as a friend here, Lupe texted me and said, "Oh, I'm going to be sick. I can't believe it. This
Yeah.
happened." So I went online. I was just starting a session with somebody, and I said, I think I'll need an hour. Give me an hour.
Yeah.
And I did say a swear word,
Yeah.
but then I went on, and it was true. Brian Cohen, that guy was
Yes.
first, and to say it. And then I started finding myself relieved. And I thought, what is this new feeling? What is
Yes.
this new feeling of I'm 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 joyful. I'm a decision. So I analyze it. Well, a decision was made and we can move forward no matter what it is, and everything's calmed down. But then I started thinking about I'm going to star this, Linda. I started thinking about Kamala, and she is so ready for this. She is
Mhm.
the best one, and America is showing their support. Did you hear? It's like
Absolutely.
81 or $100 million in 24 hours or something. Holy cow!
Yes.
And yeah, I'm actually quite happy, but I felt peace and hopeful for the first time after after the surprise wore off. And it's perfect timing too, don't you think? It's a
Yes.
month, less than a month to our convention,
Yes.
and yeah. So
Yes. I
Diamond agrees. Diamond agree.
yes.
Hello, Diamond. Thank you so much.
I agree with you as well. I know that yeah, Sunday was a very, very raw day for me, because hearing that Biden was stepping down, and like I said to you earlier, it felt like a gut punch. It reminded me of that feeling that I had the day after the election in 2016.
Yes.
I had gone to bed and with full belief that Hillary
Yeah.
Clinton was going to be president. And I
I
woke up
remember
the
that.
next morning and it was no, it's Trump. And
Mm-hmm.
I started to cry. And I cried and I cried. And I took to
Mm-hmm.
my bed for 2 days because I could not understand
Yeah.
what just happened. How did it happen? It's like the world was just topsy turvy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Sunday was difficult. And Sherry put together a show. And I said, yes, absolutely, I'll be there. And I was there. And then uh, someone made a couple comments in the chat, and I got a little salty. I did. I
Sparkly. You got sparkly?
No, I got salty.
Oh,
Is
oh,
Yeah, I
salty.
was.
Oh,
Yeah,
salty.
yeah,
Same
a,
thing.
yeah, a little salty. And thank goodness I did get an email from someone later on who talked about, yeah, being human and whatnot. And I thought, okay, all right, look at this, in terms of, because all of us were kind of all of a sudden under the microscope of, and feeling that, well, you guys got it wrong. All of you said that he was going to win. You guys got it wrong. And then it was like looking back and thinking, no, actually, energy can change at any time.
Mm-hmm.
So, someone could do something down the road that was totally not even connected to the main issue. And, wheels of change, everything happens. And then all of a sudden, boom, the unexpected happened. But then I remembered how many of us said that Trump was going to be brought down by a woman.
Oh, right.
And it's been a good number of years that we've been saying he was going to be brought down by a woman.
Mm-hmm.
And I, along with a few other people, thought that that meant maybe someone close to him, maybe someone within his family circle and so on.
Mm.
Now it's like, yeah, who better? Who better than Kamala? She is the right person for
Mhm.
the right job. I I understand to some extent why people were talking to Biden. Um, and I said to Deborah before the show, you know what? I'm wondering if maybe this wasn't something that they had kind of put in place months ago.
No,
And we're
oh, what,
just
who, what? Say
with
that again. Who's they?
they
What do you mean?
the Democrats.
Oh, the Democrats.
The Democrats that they were going to, that Biden did want to step down, but they needed to kind of um, they needed the RNC to be backed in a corner where they couldn't get out of it. So
Mm.
they waited until after the RNC convention.
Oh, that's
Trump is your
right.
candidate.
That was right.
Okay, you've got JD Vance as the VP. That's all done. And all of a sudden, yeah, now Joe says, yeah, I'm going to step down and Kamala is going to take my place. That just totally upended everything
I
that
didn't
they had
imagine
done.
all the commercials they have made.
Yes,
That's what,
yes,
and they, there,
yes.
Linda had something. Now, I've got an opinion about this. Linda Berteau says, will they pull the rug out from under Kamala? I'm assuming the RNC or the Republicans or whatever,
Yeah,
not the Democrats, but I picture this. Now, you guys tell me what you feel about this. Of all the judges and prosecutors and attorneys that are in the government that are dancing that thread of being in favor of, and it shouldn't be that way, it's America, but hey, here we are. And so some are blatant, like Cannon, some just don't want the wrath from
yeah,
his termites. And so they're just, but imagine the spine they grow when the president of the United States is a prosecutor who will never throw shade on them for anything they do. They can follow the law if they follow the law.
yes,
But I think those days are over. We might have a few bumps on the way, Linda, from them trying to take over, but the bully is starting to lose steam. Steam.
yeah.
And
And
Ness reminded me it was 100 million because I wasn't quite sure if it's 81 or 100. I appreciate that.
yeah,
Um, so
yeah,
here we go with some. Chris was saying, me too. I was so disappointed when I got excited about us getting a first female president. I know it feels like home. I was so surprised. It did take me by surprise because I have been
yes,
like this the whole time and listening to I haven't been listening to the news. That's a lie. But the anxiety, and I was buzzing like this high all the
yes,
time. And then when this decision was made, I was like, oh no. And then I'm thinking, oh, what is this strange feeling? This
yeah,
feeling of happiness and warmth. I think
yes,
I miss
yes,
you.
exactly. Yeah, it's like yeah, initially it felt like, yeah, Joe's my favorite grandpa, and you just called my favorite grandpa stupid. Let's go in the backyard, and yeah, you can't do that, right? Because I have so much respect for Biden that, I would stand up and defend him at every opportunity. Um, Doing what he did just confirmed that we were right in our assessment of him, that he is a moral person, that he is putting country above his own needs, and he is doing what is best for the country. And I would not be the least little bit surprised if this wasn't something that he and maybe Kamala had cooked up beforehand. And it was like, yeah, let's wait until we back these guys into a corner
Mhm.
till they can't really do anything. And then, yeah, we hit them with the bait and switch. And what are you going to do now? What are you going to redo the convention and you're going to pick someone else? No, you can't do that.
No.
You know, it is what it is.
Uh,
So
there's a question about. I'm going to do one more of this. We'll be on this for one
yeah.
more thing, and then we're going to do some readings. Uh, Linda says I watched a show by Texas Paul, and he says they don't want her. Who's they?
Mhm.
Another, but these are women. They forget that we are part of the Democratic movement.
Yes.
Psychic reader who has a high accuracy, and so do I. 92%. Hate to brag, but
Yeah,
it has been
but
noted.
go for it.
So
Yep.
there is that 8% that I might be wrong, but I rarely throw that out. But now I'm going to do it since I've read that. Also says they don't see her getting to the finish line. I
Mhm.
uh, I appreciate any other advisor's opinion. I really do.
Yeah.
But what it's just like, I forgot her name. Susan Lynn. Susan Lynn. She
Mhm.
says one day pro Biden, yay, gonna go. Next day he's gonna leave. That's how we think. That's how. And when we as advisors start, we can only tap in to the energy signature of that moment. Like in a minute, I'm gonna do someone's reading. So
Yeah.
whatever I can tap into that moment, and if everything remains the same, the desires the same, the actions the same, the most probable future is going to be 92% accurate.
Yeah.
But if someone comes into your life and says, no, let's go over in this direction, then my prediction has shifted because the energy of choice
Yes.
shifted. So if someone says she's not going to make it, maybe they tapped in on that moment when she had doubt, or it
Mhm.
sounded like more than that. They were reading people on the ground, not Kamala Harris,
Yeah.
because I don't think she has any doubt at all. But it feels, and it's hard to put your finger on and words to the masses, right?
Mhm.
It's when you go into the, because we have the
Yeah.
third dimension, which is you and me and the table. And then the fourth dimension is how you and me and the table and how we feel about everything.
Yes.
Right. And so if you go in just to the fourth, on the lower fourth, that's where our dogs live. Did you know that? I don't know. That's where our pets live, is just over the fourth,
Oh,
over the
nice.
third. They're so cute.
Yeah.
And anyway, I can talk about that later if you want. But if you try and tap in that, you're going to get all sorts. It's going to be a pinball machine of information. So just keep that in mind. If an
Mhm.
advisor is tapping into the masses for a reading, um, that's not a easy place to read. I'll just put it that
Yeah.
way. So I
Yeah.
am going to. I know you're not a downer.
Yeah.
But
No.
if they can do this to our Joe, they can do this to our Kamala. What they were doing was the Democratic, yeah, the, it fractured the
Yeah.
Democratic crowd.
And
Um,
the big argument for all the Dem naysayers was Biden is 81 years old. You know, he's he moves slow. He messes up words. Maybe he doesn't remember that. There is no more. The age issue has now shifted from Biden to Trump. Trump is now the old man, right?
yeah.
So um he is now the oldest candidate and all that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
So for the for the donors who might have said that, well, Biden is too old, they can't. How are they going to walk that back now by saying, oh yeah, no, and Kamala's not for us? Why? Because she's a woman. She's a woman of color. J.D. Vance apparently in 2021 was making comments about Kamala Harris as VP then, and calling her out for being childless. for not having given birth.
You mean child free?
Yeah, child free. Yeah.
I'm with you, Lori.
She's got the stepchildren who absolutely adore her. So, that it is your, and again, think about the message behind that. Your value as a woman is solely determined by your ability to reproduce. If you cannot
Oh,
reproduce
that's
for whatever reason, you have no value. That's what the
old fashioned
GOP is
way of
telling
doing
you.
things. That's for sure. Think about
Yeah.
things. Sherry says, Voices from the Swamp says, Spirit showed me last night that what we've all been saying, the Dems will win.
Yeah.
We, being human, naturally assume it was Biden. That's true. But Spirit meant the Dems. The thing is I said, Dems, our party will win. The party of fairness will
Yes.
win. And if we run a soup can to be
Yeah.
president, I'm voting for the soup can. But thank God it's much better than that. We've got Kamala
Yes.
Harris. So I'm pretty
Yeah. She is
cool.
very, very qualified. She can do this job in her sleep. And it's like
Mhm.
she's been in training for 3 years. She can take over. And she is. Is Trump going to debate her? Not on your life.
Oh, I know.
Not
I've
on
seen
your life.
I have seen so many because I'm in California. I've seen so many debates and speeches, and did you see her today? Her first speech, instead of a 45-minute or 90-minute ramble of
Ramble.
Hannibal Lecter, she was 15 concise minutes
Yes.
that hit all the points.
Yes.
That's I'm so
Exactly.
There's Lupe. So
Hello.
Lupe was the one, sweetheart. Lupe was the one that texted me with all capital letters with exclamation points. And man,
Yes.
you got me moving with that. She says, we need to get the Democrats in. And once it's
Yeah.
once in, let's not turn our backs. Yeah.
Yeah.
To Joe. Disappointed that the Democrats did that. I'm disappointed because every time they said something against Joe Biden, I knew the Republicans were going to use it, right? Well,
Absolutely. But
now
if
we don't
you
have to worry.
follow me down that rabbit hole just for a minute. If this was something that was conceived of and planned months ago, that this is the way that it would go, it would make absolute sense in that case that you would have high-ranking Democrats and high-ranking Democratic supporters come out against Biden because it would fit the narrative, right? It's not a case of Biden saying, "Look, folks, I'm getting too old for this shit. I can't do this anymore." It's it would just fit in with the narrative that he was pressured to do this. That's why he did it. He was pressured. When maybe all along this was the plan. And this was the way to get Kamala in and get her positioned.
There is, yes, I believe when we back up far enough, that's exactly true. It's exactly true. And it was such a powerful move. I smell God in it. I smell
Uh-huh.
God in this. So I won't. But the thing is about the Democrats that fractured, this is how I do my life. And it is, if I have a problem with the city, I will go through each and every step towards the city. If I can't get the city to respond to me, I go to the mayor. If I don't get to the mayor, and I just go to the media. So to have the Dems go to the media and say what they're saying, they knew they were risking a lot.
Yes.
And I still wish they hadn't done that, but here we are. and to have them all back. The House and the Senate, the Democrats, all back Kamala. She's got enough
it's the long game.
delegates. She's our pick. She's got enough delegates. So, but as you know, I'm just finally.
Totally.
Yeah, I'm going to look here to changing the horses. My little horses. Dennis is a forced. He's got a question. Will Trump be forced out by the Republicans and J.D. Vance be running for president, being he is younger than Trumpy McCheese? I love that. Oh, I think I'm going to, I don't know. I don't think they're going to try and mirror anything against.
No.
No,
absolutely. I'll tell you what I do think that the Republicans' plan all along, which now, they might have to rethink that plan, was we stay with Trump as our nominee. If he should win in November, then very quickly, right after November, we Article 25 him, and we say that, he's not fit. He leaves, and J.D. Vance takes over. J.D. Vance is able to more forcefully implement that Project 2025. Not only that, but J.D. Vance can then turn around and say, folks, we've had so many issues with our elections and everything is unfair. Everything has been fixed. And there's so many things. The only way that we can go forward is we have to fix the system. So we're going to start investigating elections. And until we figure out what's going on, elections are on pause.
I know.
Yeah.
So I don't want to go there, even in conversation. I mean, that's way into the rabbit hole. That is a scenario we don't need to shine light on, I think, because it's but I understand why you bring it up, because again, he's almost been in our TVs for a decade now. And so we have that devious thread of stuff that we never dreamed we had. That little negative thread, but what if, right?
Exactly.
Right.
We've kind of been forced into that.
We'll definitely rise above. Absolutely. And thank you everyone for tolerating. I do have a couple of questions. They were so nice to write it all in caps. I appreciate it. And this is a personal question that if there are any questions, could I have a single tarot card message from the universe? Just one, Ness? Okay, just one. All right, let me mix it up. My cards here.
What deck are you using?
I'm so glad you asked. It's the Clarity Tarot, available on Amazon. Oh my God, that's so stinky, the way self-promotion. I hate it.
That's perfect. Yeah, because it's the deck I'm using.
Oh my gosh. So Ness, I have the Six of Wands. And what that means is people are starting to notice you in a way that they're applauding. They're actually, so you're on your high horse, right? And you feel proud of yourself. I mean, you've accomplished a lot and it's moving forward, but all the people underneath you are cheering you on. So bravo on that. They are recognizing your success. Thank you, Ness.
Absolutely. And I got the Five of Cups, and it's not, this is, you're fully aware of what it is that you had to walk away from. And there was a lot of strength in your ability to do that. So yes, going along with Deborah's card, people are noticing that you're, you can do the tough things.
And I'm not just blowing smoke on you, even though I love you and I'd love to blow smoke, but I have always had the impression of you, Ness, where people who hang out with you or in your social group or in your classes, I don't know what you do, aspire to be you. I know that sounds weird and icky, maybe, but what it is that you have a curiosity level that, like, is so incredible, and your
Mhm.
wisdom is so deep because of that curiosity level, and I admire you. But there are people looking at you saying, "Oh, I want to be that. I want
Yeah.
to do that." Oh my
Yeah.
gosh!
How
So
does she do that? How does she, yeah.
I know you've had people like that, right? I want to
Mhm.
do that. I want to be like that.
Yeah,
I aspire to be that way.
absolutely. Oh, if
Diamond, may I
give
ask?
me a second, I've got to let the cat
Sure.
out. But you go
Let the
ahead.
cat out.
Yes, I got to let the cat out.
Who let the cat out? Meow. May I ask for a general in what changes to expect or know about our next few months? I do 1 month increments, and if Spirit gives me enough for 2 months, I certainly will. Um, and I'm just going here real quick.
All right.
That was good. Hey, I'm glad you asked for 2 months because that next month.
Yeah.
So what I do when I do tarot, I do it, and there's a timing thing. What I do is that if at the end, the 10th card of a Celtic cross, if that is not a major card, I keep laying down cards till I make and each card is worth 30 days, or the energy will be available for that thing for 30 days. And so it looks like you're coming off for the next 30 days or so. It looks like you're coming away from feeling like a victim. This 10 of swords. I mean, with the first cards down, like the 3 of cups and the 3 of pentacles, those are really good cards. But around it, I have a lot of anxiety. You're getting better. You're getting a little more sleep at night, but not much. You've got worried whether your last steps were the best steps to take. You go in and you're powerful in your movement. I've got the Knight of Swords. You are powerful and you have all these great ideas, but then there's blocks and restrictions come up, right? But keep moving forward, because I have I have the world for you, which is being triumphant. That's for within the next couple months. But this is the one thing that I think is encouraging you. Encouraging the blocks and restrictions to lay at your feet, kind of thing, because we do create our own reality, is the reversed hangman. So when the hangman is upright, it's like, okay, I'm going to slow down and really think outside the box. If it's reversed, it's like, no, I'm not. It's stubborn. I'm going to be focused. But one of those things that make you focused makes you successful as well. That it's just, you have to open up a little bit, turn this right side up. And if information comes to you, ask life to give you information instead of people. Because right now with the reversed hangman, it's like you're not trusting people. Get out of my way. I know what's best. I'm with you, sister. I'm the same way. But but you'll get the answers. You'll hear the answer over the radio or in a conversation
Mhm.
next door or something like that. It's pretty cool the way they get it to you. What did
Yes.
you get?
Yeah. Well, I started off with Moon,
Mm-hmm.
and then went to the 7 of Wands, and I thought, okay, alrighty. So this kind of the 7 of Wands changes that Moon card a little bit, in that your your intuition is there for you to take advantage of it. It's there for you to learn with it. However, you're almost afraid to give full rein to that intuition. You're holding on to what you know, and you're kind of doubting whether or not the messages that you're getting are really the messages that you're getting. And I think the cards are telling me that no, you're right, follow it, go with it. Once you're able to recognize that you're not imagining things, you're not giving into the lunacy of anything, that you are intuitive, that you are able to perceive things, and that your perceptions are usually correct, that's when you realize you're the magician. You can manifest whatever it is that you want. And you have the tools. So you're not, by going with your intuition, you don't have to worry about holding on to everything, because the more that you let go, the more that there is going to come in. And then I end up with the Four of Wands, the celebration that, everything is going great. So trust your intuition, trust the messages that you are getting. Um, and yeah, that's going to lead to success. So that's what I've
Awesome.
got for you, hon.
I love that. All right. All right. So, Diamond, thank you so much. She said that seemed spot on. I think that was for us and not for Biden.
Uh-huh.
So, there's a
Ah,
couple more here.
yeah.
Hey, Linda. So, can you tell me what's in your soul purpose reading? There is
You're
two
welcome,
parts.
Carmen.
What I like to do and what I'm promoting this month is a soul profile, and I explained it earlier in the. Thank you for asking earlier. It goes into your planet of origin, your divine gifts, and what your specialty is. Speciality is. For instance, I am a third order escort, by the way, and third order escorts escort souls in to the world and out of the world. Usually they're hospice nurses, hospice people, or they're baby doctors, stuff like that. I'm none of those, but I do take care of, I remove entities. And so some people don't believe in them, but those who do believe in entity attachments, or when things, they feel icky, they don't know what's around them, there's a reason, because it has to have an attachment mechanism for them to be on you. So we find out what that is, and then I bind and clear. And so third order escort is my my thing. I don't know.
Wow.
So, but who's going to back down first, me or my stepkids? Okay, how do I
Yeah.
frame that? Let's. This will
Yeah.
be fun. This will be fun. Okay, so I'm going to use two decks and 5 cards each. The first is going to be, Chris, you will be backing down. And it's a yes, no. Excuse me. And I'll be curious whether there's one or the other, or if there's going to be a compromise. So that's the first deck. Will Chris back down? And now because it's 5 cards will tell you yes, no, and then why it's yes and why it's no. So let me do the step kids. Hold on now. Good news. Well, for you, it would be for me. So you will not back down. It's definite, no, it's a hard no. You're not going to be back down, mainly because you are smarter. You've got more ideas. Also, you have the money and power behind you. You intend to keep family intact. You do have a strong but loving idea of how to approach this, but you're not showing it with the Knight. This is the Knight of Cups reversed. It's like, I'm tired of playing nice. Is that true? So when I did the 5 cards for your stepkids, I get a definite yes, they will back down. Starting out with the death card. Death card is a natural ending. It's like they've used all their arrows in their quiver. They want to get back to work. They would like to feel more generous. They're coming out of their shells a bit. in a more holistic way, because the Hermit reversed means they're kind of going through the motions. This is sort of exhausting them. They do, with the Magician, they want to find resolution to it. And I've got the Nine of Cups as well, which is wishes fulfilled. So you're not going to hang them out to dry, but you're playing grown-up games now, right? It's not reindeer games anymore. It's so that's what I've got. What do you have for Chris?
Okay, what I've got, the Queen of Swords.
Mm-hmm.
I've got the Queen of Wands, and I've got the Queen of Cups.
Stop it.
Seriously.
She has got some power
Yes. So
her.
As I was laying these down, I was going, oh, isn't this interesting? Okay.
Again, that was three no cards as well, because they're quartz. So I'm not backing down.
Yeah. And I also got the Strength card for you. So you're no, you don't have to view this as sort of a who's going to back down first. You know what you're doing. Be comfortable in what you're doing. Center yourself in what you're doing. And I also got the Magician and the World. You've got the tools that you need to kind of go forward. It almost feels like you're watching them with the Seven of Cups, the illusion, delusion, and then we're going to do this, and then when that doesn't work, we're going to do this. It's like, just, girlfriend, sit back, have a glass of wine, put your feet up, and just know that you don't have to put your energy towards this. They are going to self-destruct on their own.
Oh my goodness. So congratulations, Chris, as right now the wind is certainly at your back for sure. Yes. And the next one we'll just do real quick. Laura says, I'll take 3 if you're feeling generous. 3 cards, 3 card draw. All right. I like that.
Can do 3.
I like to do 5, so I'm going to do 5 here. So, all right. So there will either it's happening right now, or it'll be a near future where you're going to dig your heels in and have it your way. And it's going to really hurt someone's feelings, and it'll be erupt in an argument. So why? And also Spirit is saying, and you're not thinking properly, but it's because you erupt because you just don't want to take on more burden. So that's justified. Understanding that you can just say, I'm not going to take on your burden, instead of being arguing about it. If you have to argue, because we're here to do that, right? And learn through conflict. But one of the nice things about having a psychic reading is because you can say, oh, I can see and this energy bubbling up in me. Oh, that's what Deb was talking about. I can change this scenario by choosing differently. So the person that's arguing with you is going to give you an opportunity to choose better. Yeah, there we are.
Oh, okay. Alrighty. So I start off with the Queen of Cups. This is you're a talented, yes, you're a helping woman. You like to be there for other people. I also got the Ace of Cups, and that is it's okay to be there for everyone else. Just remember that you're in everyone too. So be there for yourself first, right? Concentrate on the things that make you happy. And as much as we try to to be all things to all people. There are times when we just need to say no. No. Put your intention out there with the Two of Wands that you're going to um, concentrate on doing things that make Laura feel good and that bring Laura joy.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll see how many of the other things that are consuming your time right now, how they fall into place, and how all of a sudden, someone thought the world was going to fall apart. If you didn't help them out, they'll find their own solution, and they'll be able to see what they can do. And sometimes that's the lesson for someone, is that we need to let them learn on their own. We don't do them any favors if we're holding their hand all the time.
Right. I love that. Thank you.
Thanks for stopping in. Safe trip home.
Yeah. I'm on the starred one, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
We are coming up on August. What's the numerology around an 8th month? Well, an 8th month, the 8th month in an 8th year. This is what we're talking about. So the 8 is that we make. So the 7 year for last year was when we make our evaluations on a ethical level, on a spiritual level. We make the best choices that way and define ourselves like that. The 8th personal year, or not personal, universal year, means that you solidify that, but the only way you can bring it into tangibility, this is on all areas of your life, is that it has to be understood by others before you bring in. It's not a one-man show type of thing. And so what I will do is go one step further and do the so the energy of August is going to be spirituality. And I think we're going to pray a lot in August for our politics, but also you'll have this alignment. One of the cool things about August is that, yeah, you're with family, you got reunions and stuff, but there's enough room outside, good weather outside, kind of to like give yourself room so you can be on your own a little more. So that's the general energy for this month. Thanks so much, Coach Ellen.
Absolutely.
You're the best. And then got 2 more. So if time, may I please have a card for the next 4 weeks? Sue. Hi, Sue Toffee. It's good to see you, dear. She became a member.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I got for you was the Seven of Pentacles. This is your kind of reviewing what you've done up until now, taking stock of what you have, looking at where your energies are going, and what it is that you're paying attention to. And it's also what it is that you're working towards. You're starting to see those small gains. I also get the Ace of Cups, and so I'm thinking this is probably on an emotional level. So this is when you take stock of what it is that you have and where it is that you're putting your intention. You should be able to look at it without too much emotion being involved, right? You can just say, well, is this serving my highest purpose, or is it just draining my energy? And then kind of make your decision according to that. You're doing what you need to. You got the Sun card. You're going to figure this out, and it is going to things are going to get much better. If you've had something that's been worrying you a little bit, yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. And
so what I got was the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands can actually mean literally moving. moving your house, moving your furniture, moving things along. I do believe you may have a project you might want to do and you move forward with that project. But then when you get focused, you get like me. Get out of my way. I'm working here. Don't disturb the genius, for God's sakes. You know, that kind of attitude. And that's what you you will have. Actually, it's a good pill and a bad pill, because you have to remember to be spiritual and nice to people, even though you have this laser focus that you don't want to lose momentum with. With the Knight of Wands, you will not lose momentum, promise. So just be yourself. And if remember, the Five of Wands is a little nippy. It's just nippy, but it's only a 5, right? It's nothing. Even like the Three of Swords, when it looks like it's going to break your heart forever, it's just a 3. It's nothing that's you can't rise above. So all the 5s are a little inconvenient, is all. But I see that just focused on what you want to do and delighting so much in it that you just say, step aside, step aside. Bless you and leave you with that, sweetheart Sue. And then we have Dawn here. Should I call Jim and apologize for not being available and go on a date with him? I have been shy and just unsure about going out with this new man. Thank you. Go blue, blue wave. I'm with her. Right on. So I am going to first douse on whether you should apologize. And then I'm uncomfortable telling you in this forum whether you should go out with him or not, because that's third party. And I don't mind doing third party, but it's because I want to look at what his energy signature is. And I'm just not comfortable on this forum to do that. But call me later. Dawn is a friend of mine, so she can call me and I can do that. But for right now, as far as apologizing, so I do get a yes to apologize. I know that he has, this is hurting your heart. Speaking of the Three of Swords, right? And you know how this is the 10 of Swords reversed, because you kind of know internally, that's reversed internally, that how it feels that when you're not available, it feels like your rejection. You would rather not address this with the moon, but then you ultimately do what's right. And I think you just you'll find the right words, and you'll find the right words to apologize. What did you get?
It's well, I start off with the star, and that is, you're going to know, you already know what it is that you should do. So follow your instinct and do what your instinct tells you. If you are not totally on board with the apology thing, and I don't know if I would want to apologize for not being available. What I would do, however, if I was interested in this, is I would call him and say, hey, you know what? It's unfortunate things didn't work out last time, but listen, there's a new fair that's happening over here, and I'm thinking of going. How'd you like to go with me? Or can we meet up for coffee sometime? So that you're letting them know that you're open to kind of other things. But yeah, call Deborah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Call me. Have your people call me my people.
Yes. Set something up. Yeah. Oh, she says, I think he likes Trump. Oh,
well, apologize for not being available because if you were available, you would not feel the politics would come in. Guys, I seriously, I avoid that. I avoid people because I do not have grace around it. It's just, Chris, I see it. Deal breaker. I mean it. I've never felt this way before, but in my life, and it's just I like having it friends to experience it with, because heaven help me if I didn't have this.
Yes.
How would I process? I just have a small circle of friends that I bore them terribly with my aunt, going crazy. And I can go crazy in front of my camera and have people to help me out. So I appreciate everybody. Oh yeah, Dennis, right on, sweetie. Trumpism will be over soon, and then we just have to work on the Trumplets or the Trump termites, and then we'll weasel those out. And with Kamala Harris, she will help us weasel that out. I have had the best time with you, my dear. I'm very excited, and we're going to do this again. Thank you so much for being here, and we will all see you later. Who do you have coming up? You have somebody coming up?
Well, what I've got this week is later on today is we've got a story in the cards. Oh, no. Sorry. It's Tuesday. My days are all messed up.
I know.
Yeah, I've got Michelle Marie Astrological Tarot that's coming on. Also have Sisters of Mystical Tarot tomorrow. Members meeting is tomorrow. Kitchen table issues on Thursday. Story in the cards on Friday. Anything else? Check out my community tab, because I usually post the week ahead and let you know what I'm up to, where I am.
So on Thursday, I have a very special guest. Gerald from Tarot Stash is going to be I'm going to interview him. He's kind of an enigma to me, and I'm fascinated with him. I admire him, and I want to know more about him. So I'm going to interview him like Barbara Walters, but not as front. So, but it'll be fun. It'll be fun to talk to him and see what the guy's all about. Tomorrow, tomorrow is membership. So
yes,
tarot and the numbers. So there we have it. Thank you, everybody, for coming, and we'll see you next time.
Absolutely. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.